what being in the gym has taught me about people. So it has been 2 years, I think, as of today. I started around January 2024, my fitness journey, and I was just like every other teenager at the time. I was scrawny. I didn't have any muscle to me. Like my build, it was just, I had like the chubby fat build, or the skinny fat build. I had that type of build, and at first I was okay with it because it was my build. It's my body. At the end of the day, if I want to make the change, I'll make the change. And something in my mind, something that definitely did helped me into moving forward into my fitness journey was my friend I had in high school that he was going to the gym already, and he had invited me, telling me, "Oh, let's go to the gym. Like, why don't you come with us? Like, just come with us." And at first, I was like putting it down because the way I viewed the gym, it was like kind of corny to me in a way. I don't know why. I was one of those kids who just thought the gym was kind of corny because like, oh, you're trying to better yourself, like, bro, like, yeah, as much as I hate to say it, I was like those type of kids. I didn't like what other people like. I tried to be different, and it was bad, and I did it too much to the point where it's like I was losing what I liked because I was trying to get validation from all these other people and trying to be different. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll do it. So I started going to the gym with them. It was obviously awkward at first because I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but my friends were obviously, they were helping me through it, and I fell in love with it. Like, as soon as I lifted my first weight, I loved how the struggle was. Like, I loved how obviously at first you're not gonna get it, but I loved picking up that weight. And I fell in love with it, and ever since I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy a membership at this place. And I bought the membership at the gym, and then I was just consistent for a year straight, and I started seeing the newbie gains, and my body was growing. I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I had seen all my progress from where I had started in the beginning and then where I was currently at that time. And I was just shocked because I was like, I didn't even know my body can grow that much. And I was just amazed because I loved it. I loved the feeling of just seeing how the progress of me building from what I started, the foundation, and seeing it built to like a house, seeing the house being fully built. And the gym really taught me a lot. It also helped me about my anxiety. I used to have really bad anxiety when it came to like just being around people, I guess. And like I wasn't that confident. I wouldn't say I was a confident guy. Like I never was growing up. Like I was just kind of more of like in the back, chilling in the back. I didn't want to do anything. That's kind of, I am like that in a way, but I feel like I have that social like awareness of like, oh, maybe you need to put your own input in. But before I wouldn't. I would just wait for people to say their own thing and then I'll agree with them. I was just insecure. I just didn't like people like looking at me as like someone that is not cool or someone that is lame. I just didn't like people looking at me as, oh, I had no swag type shit like that, some bullshit like that. I still wanted people to think of me like as someone that's cool. So I guess I was kind of thinking of validation. The gym in a way, it helped me with my struggles. It helped me be more confident. I lost my social anxiety. I was able to speak to people, look at people in the eyes. I was just more myself. Like I felt like before I wasn't really myself and I would just kind of pander to people, and this wasn't me. I didn't like doing it, but I only did it because it was, I guess, what I thought in my mind was right, but it really wasn't. Pandering to all these people made me lose my identity in a way. Like that's not how I am. I'm gonna choose who I am. I'm gonna write my own story in the book. So I made that switch, and then I made that switch with the gym, and it really did help me a lot. And that's why when I see people who are on their fitness journey, I applaud them because I'm like, just like I was in that struggle too, and they made that change, and something that happened in them is what resulted in them wanting to change. But being in the gym really taught me that just some people just don't take their health as serious. And with this new generation of people just smoking, hitting their geek bars and smoking a joint and drinking, I feel like as if people just are constantly killing each other for the love of it. And I fall victim to that too. I like to do my fair share of drinking. Sometimes I smoke, but I don't really smoke as much as I used to. I go to parties and all that stuff, and I love to do it. I find enjoyment out of it. I'm not one of those fucking people who are like, oh, if you go to parties, you're lame. Like, bro, no. Or you need to be, the grind doesn't stop, or the grind don't stop. You need to keep on staying at home. You isolate yourself, just be home. Don't go to parties and all that stuff. I mean, if you don't like parties because you're just not a party person, then that's just you. But there's no reason to hate on if you go to parties. I mean, I feel like we all need to have our own share of parties. We all need to, just lay back with a generation with so much just shit happening with us getting fucked mentally, the economy just fucking us in the butt every single time. It's like you need to at least wind down and chill, you know, if that's from a party or from whatever. But I do my fair share of activities, and I notice I'm just like a lot of people. While yes, there is a lot of people going to the gym nowadays, which is good. It's a very good indication that people are getting more healthy. But it's just that fair share of people where it's like, damn, bro, like you have so much potential. If you were to lock in and go to the gym and invest time into your health and to your diet, or even just going, like, even just having a good diet, I feel like is so rare nowadays, because it's like everyone is eating straight shit, and we all know it's ass, but we still eat it because it's like this food has just been so embedded to us, where it's like, damn, this shit's too good to the point where we can't stop. And that kind of sucks, because like you need that self-control in yourself to where you're not able to do that. And I feel like the gym offers that. It gives you that, it gives you that self-control in yourself to where you're not easily letting food consume your life. People really just don't take their health as serious, which is something that obviously needs to get checked, because at the end of the day, we all have one life, and we gotta live it to the fullest. And by you fucking around and eating straight slop, processed as food, and you're not getting any cardio or any physical activity at all, you're just fucking yourself up. No wonder you're gonna be a chud. Have that discipline in yourself to put the fork down and to pick up a weight. And it is the hardest truth, but that's how we were designed. We weren't designed to be 200 pounds of just straight fucking fat. We were designed to be physical. We're human. We're born to work, I guess, in a way. We're really born to just do physical labor. We need to be up. We need to move. And by you being 300 pounds, that's all I need to know. It's like, I just know you're a lazy person. And I mean, there's some people who are big and they work, and that's good. But they either struggle with food, or it's just something that's embedded in them that happened through their childhood, where they just need to eat more. And that is something that they need to fix internally and from themselves. And if it's harder for you to eat food, which is the opposite of what I was just talking about, like, that is something that's also a struggle too. Like, I struggle with that. I need to eat more. I feel like the way I am right now, I don't really like my weight, which I want to eat more. But that is also something I need to fix, because it's like, to me, I feel like I kind of consider myself underweight in a way, and I want to hit my goal of getting 185. Right now, I'm currently 155 right now. Yeah, I'm 155 right now, and I want to hit 185. But the struggle of trying to get that weight that I want is what is fucking me up, and I need to have that control in myself to where I'm like, okay, I should not be eating all this processed foods. This is what's fucking my weight up. It's also fucking me up internally too, because it's like I'm feeling like shit every single time I eat food that is processed, and I just need to eat clean consistently. It's something I need to do consistently. And it also goes towards like people who are overweight too. They need to do stuff consistently in order for them to be able to see the progress. You only have one life. You got to live it to the fullest, and by that, you got to stay alive. You got to, you're just killing yourself doing all these food shit, eating all this food and doing all these drugs and all that shit. And it is fun to do it every now and then, but it's like you gotta have that control in yourself, where it's like you can't let that geek bar take over your life, And a lot of kids in my generation do that shit a lot. I've noticed that also. Like, a lot of them do that. Like, they'll always ask me, like, whenever I go to a party, they'll be like, hey, you want a geek bar? I'm just like, no, I have that control. I have that self-control in myself, where it's like, I don't want to take a hit. But as soon as they pass me that drink, damn well, I'm going to take that drink, man. But that is something that I do need to stop doing. And at least I know in myself that it's something that is terrible for me, but I still do it. It's something that I don't know how, but it got programmed into us, where it's like, just do it. You're just fucked either way. Just do it. And I feel like all of us as like a community, we're just letting all these bad shit slide to the point where it's like, you might as well just be a product of what we consume, And that is hurtful. I feel like as if we all need to come as a community to put these walls down. Like, the government's also fucking us in the butt every single time. They're letting all these fucking ingredients in our food. They don't even give a shit about us. They're all fucking using us to get money. They just use us as little pawns in their little monopoly, and they just fuck us. And it sucks that we can't come as a community, as a fucking human beings, and rise up and tell these governments that we're not allowing this no more. This isn't how we're supposed to be lived. We just want to be able to live a good life. And I don't know. I feel like I kind of just got off of what I was trying to say, but I feel like a lot of people just don't take care of their health as serious as it really should be. And that's just something that I really noticed about the gym, and it's just something that I feel like we should all come as a community to just fix. But yeah, hopefully you guys like that little rant that I had. But even though I went off topic, but yeah. All right, you guys have a good one. You guys take care.